Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Donna B. ACM from Michigan, the state that says hi to the world. I wanted to get on here and let you know about some energy healing and energy supportive care that I have been involved in the last few years. And I think that it's very interesting that you ought to know about it. The question of why energy. First of all, I want to let you know that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I am not a professional for financial concerns or anything like that. If you do have an issue that is serious, you should see a professional. I want to get that out of the way. I was born with a birthmark, and I was drawn to astrology. And the question is why study astrology if you can't do anything with it? And very early on in my studies of astrology, I ran into a lecture that had Mercury retrograde and how its effect on plants were. And these are on the left is a grapevine, and those are the tendrils that spin around and try to grab onto things. That's what they do. But during our Mercury retrograde, the tendrils will curl one way, and then during a Mercury retrograde, they will not curl that way. And then when it's over, they'll resume curling and trying to reach out for a place to grab onto. So on the left is a grapevine, and you can see where the Mercury retrograde happened right here. And this is a cucumber. And here's where the retrograde happened right here. It started swirling around and went straight and then is resuming back the curl. And that was shown to me by William Morris, who is my current teacher now. So when you hear that the body is made up of water, ash minerals, and electricity, so finding out that the planet energy is literally right next to us, the planet's energy can be seen right here on Earth is what sparked my interest with the energy. And our bodies are made up of water, ash and minerals, and electricity. I started studying astrology with under Chris Brennan, Hellenistic astrology. I went into electional astrology, which is timing for things. And at the same time, I was also studying under Hibiscus Moon at the Crystal Academy. I was a certified crystal practitioner and became an advanced crystal master. And then I went into at the School of Traditional Astrology, medical stamp 1 and 2 under Lee Lehman. And it's important to understand that this energy that I'm talking about that helps with healing is not a religion, it's not witchcraft. It's understanding the energies we all have access to, and why we were not told this in school is beyond me because it's everywhere. The energies we have available to us are everywhere. 6,000 years ago, they started building sanctuaries to Asclepius. This is the sanctuary of Asclepius on the Isle of Kos. And, you know, humans have been studying energy work and healing for over 6,000 years. It's what we relied on for healing for most of our human history. And they focused on, the energy centers that are down the center of our body, the chakras. There are 7 of them that are on our body. And if they get out of whack, if they lose balance, if they become hyper fast or hyper, or so super slow, that is what we call out of balance. And that's what we focus on. And most times you can get your chakras set back in balance through sunshine, but sometimes traumas tend to make that a little harder to get our chakras back in balance. And trauma doesn't stay in your brain, it migrates to the rest of your body. Here is a book. I'll put a link in the description. The Body Keeps the Score. and this is where I'm getting my information from. And wherever you happen to be weakest in your body is, or a chakra that's not working or functioning properly, is where sometimes where the traumas end up living in your body, and then that manifests into diseases. If you are hypersensitive to like a sign, a scent, a word, a sound, a smell, any of those things can be a trigger. And if you are experiencing that, you could have some kind of a trauma that you need to address. What energy workers do is your heart has 2 to 3.5 billion specialized cardiac cells, and those cells all have their own potential of electricity to spark onto another one. And when you multiply those cells by the cardiac cells, which carry a 0.0735 volt, you can get up to 220 million volts that if we can access, they can help you. If you can access, you can help heal your body. We are all electrical beings. And with stones, I typically use grids, water. I can do layouts, do distance layouts, and this is the one on the bottom. The grids are throughout this picture. And layouts can be done literally anywhere where there's quiet space. In 2023, during a reading with Gemini Brett, I had a constellation birthmark, and he realized, because he's so great with the sky, that the sun on my birthday is in the same spot that it is every year. That mark on my shoulder is where the sun is on my birthday in relationship to the constellation Scorpius. And for those astrology geeks, my solar return Venus was on the natal lot of exaltation the year I found this out. Stones and shamanic techniques all bring wisdom. I think that wisdom is a key. Not only is it, I need the science of why this all works, but also the wisdom that I don't necessarily have access to. But the stones have their own wisdom. Sound and the vibrations have their own wisdom. Math has their own wisdom. The sacred geometry has its own wisdom. And you want to bring out those older type of teachings to the healing process. And there are many other kinds of ways of healing other than just stones and shamanic work. The shamanic work utilizes the earth elements, wind, water, earth, and fire. And my lineage uses the fire element. I said this earlier, I have added on the shamanic practitioner. I am currently in the master circle, so I have graduated the practitioner part of it. And I have learned my techniques through the Four Winds with Dr. Alberto Villaldo and Marcelo Lobos and the faculty at Four Winds. And the elements used in energy work are stones and sound and vibration. And each planet has its own sound. Planets are ancient and have been using their wisdom for millennia. We've been using the sun to guide us when to plant. The moon has her tides. And Mercury, as you've seen earlier in this video, has its own forces. So all the planets have their own forces that we see on Earth. To the right, here are crystal bowls for a sound bath. And you can also, and I have also been studying, this is a system called Acutonics, where the tuning forks are part of or resonant to the planets, and using those on the body, which is also healing. And I want to close with, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That is from Nikola Tesla. Um, Energy healing is meant to support the body's own healing, does not take the place of a medical doctor. And using ancient healing techniques can offer alternative healing paths. Ken, here's my disclaimer for if you need serious help, go to see a professional. But if you want to try to move the needle towards a healing path, I wanted you to become aware of the energy healings that are out there that are available to all of us. Thank you. And please share and support and subscribe to this channel for more videos.